Chapter 75. As the core of the world, the two protagonists would be the most easily affected when the world is under attack. If it was not the male protagonist, then it would be the female protagonist. Or both of them would be affected. That was the reason why Lao Wu was always repairing and strengthening the program. If not for him taking defensive measures, this world might have already collapsed and Liu Jiwei would have been affected. Hearing that, Liu Jiwei was stunned. She had never thought that something from the movies would appear in real life. Someone was attacking this world. This was too sci-fi. Liu Jiwei asked, "Who is it? Have you found out?" "Not yet." Lao Wu took off his spectacles, pinching his forehead. The other party came prepared, they've hidden it well. Liu Jiwei's face showed her worry. "Why didn't you tell me before?" Lao Wu said, "Because I was afraid it would affect your mood and make you unable to concentrate on the mission." The situation was different now. He decided to be partially honest with Liu Jiwei. "Jiwei, your world is actually different from other worlds. This world is like a newborn child, tender and fragile, so it is easy for plenty of accidents to happen once it's attacked. I think your male protagonist Halo came about because of that." He suspected that the person who was attacking this world did it because they knew this was a new world. But the most troubling part was that this person was cunning and clever, acting like a ghost and being hard to find. If he could not find the person, then it was even more impossible to find out their motive and eliminate them. Liu Jiwei was digesting what Lao Wu said. If her male protagonist Halo came because of this attacker's attacks, then did not that mean this person had been watching this world the whole time? That was too dangerous. Then what should we do? She felt anxious, with an equally heavy sense of helplessness. The world was under attack. Sang Wansi was affected and suffering, but she could not do anything. What kind of world-saving protagonist was she? She was a useless person. Feeling her anxiety, Lao Wu comforted her and continued, "Do not stress and do not blame yourself, this isn't your fault. I'm here, I want to let this world be destroyed. Please believe me, I swear it as a high-level administrator." "Then what can I do?" Lao Wu answered, "Continue living your life and work hard to achieve the main line, become the most successful couple in this world with Sang Wansi. When you have repaired the world line and helped it go back to its original state, this new world will know how it should progress and the world will automatically generate a strong protective system to repel enemy attacks. This is the most important thing that only you can accomplish. But you do not have to worry, it's not something you can do overnight. An anxious person won't be able to eat hot tofu. Just do what you need to do in the near future, I'll be here protecting you guys and this world. At the same time, I will try to find the intruder quickly and get rid of them." Lao Wu's voice was steadying and strong. Liu Jiwei's frantic emotions gradually calmed down. She should trust Lao Wu, she could also only trust Lao Wu. Lao Wu is the fifth most powerful high-level administrator in the system. Since he could stand out amongst hundreds of workers and get to his current position, he definitely had his own strengths. But hearing his voice, why did she feel like there was a hint of excitement? "You wouldn't be excited, would you?" Lao Wu was honest, "I'm a little excited. Staying in the system all these years, the problems he had to handle were all the regular ones that got boring over time. If there was something new to stimulate him, he would definitely be happy to play along. Besides, in this industry, who could guarantee that it would always be peaceful tomorrow and an accident, who knew which would come first?" Bai Ji had said before that this attitude was very good. Not avoiding problems, solving them as soon as possible. She appreciated it a lot. Now, he had to continue showing the attitude the person he liked appreciated and fight with the invader. Liu Jiwei. In this moment, she didn't know if she should continue worrying. But what would worrying accomplish aside from filming what she had to film and fixing the world line to support the new world? What else could she do? Lao Wu was the one in charge of repelling the invader. She could only hope Lao Wu would quickly deal with the person and not let her Wan Si suffer. Thinking about it, she said mentally, I have a request. When you guys fight, please try to go somewhere else to fight and not fight in our world. I am afraid Wan Si will have another headache because of you guys. Lao Wu. He put on his spectacles and humphed, joking, you don't even care if your male mommy will win, you're only worried about whether your wife's head hurts or not. Liu Jiwei laughed, isn't that because I trust you, you're the 5th-ranked high-level administrator, you definitely won't lose. Unless the other person is Bai Ji. She secretly added, not saying it out for Lao Wu. Seeing her attitude, Lao Wu was relieved. He had been worried that she would fixate on this problem and not be able to do the missions well. Looking at it now, she was clear-minded, knowing what she had to do and what she shouldn't do. She was truly a good kid who did not make others worry. Liu Jiwei leaned back and lifted her phone to take a look. Her screen was still showing Sang Wan Si's baby. Suddenly, she wanted to go back and look for Sang Wan Si to hug her tightly. Her Wan Si had been suffering, but she only knew now. From today onwards, she had to be even better to Sang Wan Si and work hard to finish the missions. Xiao Yao. Her gaze was heated as she turned to look at the person driving. Wen Yao glanced at her and answered, what is it? Liu Jiwei, find jobs for me, the more the better. Wen Yao, did something happen? Liu Jiwei, I must work hard to become a big star like Wan Si as fast as possible. The atmosphere suddenly ignored and Wen Yao immediately served up chicken soup. You can do it for sure. Go, superstar Liu Jiwei. Liu Jiwei suddenly calmed down. Drive properly and watch the road, be careful. Oh. Liu Jiwei laughed, then turned to continue looking out the window. After a while, she texted Sang Wan Si. Liu Jiwei, from the end of filming till now, I've wanted to kiss my baby Sang twice. Sang Wan Si replied quickly. Wan Si, but I've already wanted to kiss you 20 times. Liu Jiwei laughed. What was with this aggrieved tone? Was she complaining that Liu Jiwei's number was lower than hers? But clearly, it was her number that was too much. Liu Jiwei, why so many times Wan Si? Because I keep thinking about you. Wan Si, I think of you when I'm drinking water, I think of you when I pick up my phone, I think of you when I close my eyes. I think of you no matter what I'm doing. The clingy Sang Wan Si was upset she could not cling to her wife. Although she had not expected that she would be like this after dating, but as long as the other party was Liu Jiwei, she was willing. Liu Jiwei's heart immediately felt comforted. Immediately, she had even more motivation to save the world. Liu Jiwei, you have to work hard, do not let her wait for you for too long. After attending that variety show and resting for a while, Liu Jiwei threw herself into the jobs that Wen Yao found for her. When she had nothing to do, she would stay at home and practice the violin. Now it was not just Lu Zhao supervising her, a bunch of fans were also watching. She could not ruin Sang Wan Si's reputation as a teacher. Whenever Sang Wan Si had time, she would video call her and instruct her through the call. And conveniently express how much she missed her girlfriend. They had separated for their own work not long after confirming their relationship. This was too arduous for the two of them, who were still in the honeymoon period. Liu Jiwei climbed into bed as she held onto the phone. Wan Si has to tell me if your head hurts. Regardless of whether she could rush to Sang Wan Si's side, she had to know how Sang Wansi was. Besides, this was to help Lao Wu find out the intruder too, so he could solve the problem quicker. Sang Wansi nodded obediently and said, Ji Wei also has to tell me if she is not feeling well. Lu Ji Wei smiled, I got it. She looked at the time and said, it's late, hurry and rest, you have so much more work than me, a bit more sleep is better than none. Good night, good night. Good night, Sang Wansi's gentle voice called out. Baby. Suddenly hearing her say that word with her own ears, Lu Jiwei's heart skipped a beat. No matter how many times she heard it, Lu Jiwei still felt embarrassed. Just like when she called herself elder sister. Good night, baby. Lu Jiwei covered her face shyly. Sang Wansi looked at the person on the screen, she was cute no matter how she looked at her. She chuckled, her eyes filled with love, my Jiwei is so cute. I really want to kiss such a cute you. Lu Jiwei shyly asked her to hang up, then put the phone down and lay on the bed, her face burning. So flirtatious, she liked her so much. Ah, Sang Wansi, you really know how to kill someone who likes you. Time went by, day after day. When Lu Jiwei's violin skills had improved a bit, me and my friends started officially broadcasting. The first episode was already enough to make CP fans dizzy from all the shipping they could do. Even those who were not CP fans quickly got sucked into the pit. Lu Jiwei opened the video with the "We are going to reveal it in the future, let me see how the fans react to us first" mentality. And she specially only viewed their group. Mainly to see her girlfriend. Looking at it, she realized, Sang Wansi's advances and closeness to her had never stopped. It was as if she was blind in the past, unable to see it. The viewers in the comments section were much sharper than her. I advise you to not be ignorant, sisters, I feel like it will be difficult to wrap things up if these two don't get married. Still a Sweden today, I have moved the Civil Affairs Bureau over, please immediately get your certificate. Fight with me in the dance studio, sisters, who can understand me. Seeing other groups hold hands, I feel like they're friends. Seeing them hold hands, I feel like they have been married for years. Damn it, how could this be? At Midnight Rain, are they really not dating? They're dating right, they're dating right, they're dating right. Seeing these comments, Lu Jiwei suddenly felt embarrassed. Sorry, we are indeed dating now. Entering the Wei Shi Bulletin Wan super topic, it felt as if it was the new year. Each CP fan was watching the variety show with a magnifying glass. No matter what it was, they could imagine it to be a sweet, loving action. And this CP super topic's motto was, who cares if it is real or fake, we are living on Earth, if there is something to ship, we ship. So as long as Lu Jiwei and Sang Wansi interacted, no matter if it was real or fake, they would be happy. Lu Jiwei happily read through the posts using her secret account. Ship it, I think we're super compatible too. It is a waste of resources if you don't ship it. Shipping herself and her girlfriend with the rest of the CP fans, Lu Jiwei was in a good mood. She kept her tablet and stood up to go back to practicing the violin. This was her first big show, she didn't want to ruin it. If she could, she wanted to use this show to chase her dream of winning the Best Actress award. What if she could do it? Then she would be one step closer to Sang Wansi and the world line. She started practicing. It was October in the blink of an eye, with the golden autumn falling upon the city. And city's temperature was much cooler, with occasional cold breezes. During the national break, Lu Shijiao came over to spend some time at Lu Jiwei's house again. Even if she was not at home, Lu Shijiao could play happily alone, clearly having memorized the surroundings. Liu Zhiwei realized Liu Shijiao's sense of directionality was much better than when she was young. In the past, she had to teach Liu Shijiao the route many times before she could remember it. Now, as long as Liu Shijiao had gone through it herself a few times, she could remember most of it. There was a big improvement. Liu Zhiwei was relieved, daring to leave the house for work only then. Liu Shijiao sent her sister off, then locked the door obediently and went back to watching television. Usually, she would return home during the break to spend it with her parents, but this year was an exception. Not because she had repaired her relationship with her sister, but because she had fought with her parents. When she went home over summer break, she had quarreled with her parents over Liu Zhiwei. As a younger sister who hurt for her sister, she felt that her parents should apologize to their oldest daughter, Liu Zhiwei, for their coldness and distance. But her parents felt like she was making a mountain out of a molehill. How could parents be wrong? How could they need to apologize to their children? Besides, Liu Zhiwei was so obedient and independent, she did not need them to worry. This was them showing that they trusted their daughter's independence enough. If they had to be blamed for being uncaring, then why was not Liu Zhiwei asked why she did not rely on her family? Why had not she come back to visit them all these years? Was not this daughter also uncaring? Liu Shijiao rebutted, "It is clearly because you guys did not care for her first, none of you even remember her." Hearing that, her parents thought it was ridiculous. Did not that sound like she had become transparent? This was a scientific world. How could such a thing exist? How could parents neglect a child? Did not they just love their second daughter more? Liu Shijiao was frustrated, not knowing how to talk to them about it. If her sister really could be remembered, then why did she always have to try so hard to remember her sister in the past? Could it be that there really existed a mythical being that disrupted memories? She thought about this possibility. Truthfully, she also felt this was ridiculous, but then she naturally believed in it. So Liu Shijiao quarreled with her parents. Before they apologized to her sister, she would not go back to see them. She did not plan on letting Liu Zhiwei know about this. Liu Zhiwei definitely wouldn't be willing to see her quarrel with their parents, especially over her. But she realized that her parents really did not have any contact with Liu Zhiwei. Because even in this situation, their parents had not called Liu Zhiwei to ask her if her younger sister was with her. They, instead, found out that she was living with Liu Zhiwei through her roommates, but they did not leave any message for her. Humph, so be it if they did not leave a message. Leave it if you want, she does not care for it. Liu Shijiao thought about it arrogantly. Liu Zhiwei didn't know what had happened to the young miss in her family, working hard then asking Wen Yao for 2 days of leave. She wanted to help Liu Shijiao celebrate her birthday on the last few days of the national holiday. Liu Shijiao's birthday was on the last day of the break, and it was the day before the Golden Autumn Awards. As someone who had been nominated for the Golden Autumn Awards Best Supporting Actress Award, she had to rest well too so that she could bring her A game to the award ceremony. Even if she was just there to attend, she was very happy. In the past, she did not even have the right to be nominated. On the 6th of October, she rested at home, cooking for Liu Shijiao. Just as she planned to ask Liu Shijiao how she wanted to celebrate her birthday tomorrow, Liu Shijiao spoke first. "Sis, I am going back to school tomorrow for my birthday. I will be celebrating with my dorm mates." Liu Shijiao used her hand to pick up a piece of meat and put it into her mouth. "Do not you still have to attend the Golden Autumn Awards the day after? I will not stay here and disturb you then. Rest well and get the Best Supporting Actress award for me." Liu Zhiwei did not think that she would have considered this, and she laughed as she took a piece of tissue and wiped away the sauce from the corner of Liu Shijiao's lips. "It is okay, it's just celebrating a birthday, what's so strenuous about that? Yeah, don't worry about all these, just rest well, promise me, besides, my dorm mates already arranged it all with me before, they asked me to come back early from the national holiday. She hugged Liu Jiwei. So I will just accompany you during the day, I will go back to school at night, okay? Liu Jiwei couldn't endure her whining, agreeing helplessly, okay, you're the birthday girl, whatever you say. Liu Shijiao happily brought the dishes out to the table. The two of them sat together, eating and chatting. As they talked, they spoke about the Golden Autumn Awards. Sister, that show of yours, did both leads get nominated for the Best Actress and Actor awards? What about it? Then do you think Sister Wan Ci and Ying Kof, Xizege will be chosen? Personally, Wan Ci has a higher chance of winning, Xiao Ying's chances are lower. From the perspective of a viewer, Sang Wan Ci's acting was naturally lively, and she had godly help. She improved with each scene, so she had a very good chance of winning this year's Best Actress award. Ying Xize was younger and there was still room to improve when compared to other male actors who had been nominated. He was very clear about this point as well, so he had been very calm about this nomination. Hearing it, Liu Shijiao picked up some rice with her chopsticks. Oh, then he is quite self-aware. But sister, I am sure you definitely can get the Best Supporting Actress award. Liu Jiwei smiled calmly, do not have too high hopes for me, just wait calmly. The other nominated actresses have much more experience than me, I'm not worthy yet. I will not allow you to say that. Liu Shijiao's expression suddenly got stern. You've acted in a lot of shows too, even if they were very small roles, but you got experience from those roles too, and you're also considered a senior. Besides, your acting skills aren't bad. If you really are chosen, it's well deserved. Liu Jiwei had never seen her so stern before, she could not help but blink then laugh softly. Sister knows, let us eat. Actually, this was enough. As long as someone could see her effort, like Liu Shijiao did, and affirm her sacrifices, then even if she couldn't get the award, she wouldn't feel it had been in vain. People had to learn to be satisfied, and they had to walk slowly and steadily on their path. Just like Lao Wu said, she couldn't become the best actress overnight. At the stroke of midnight, Liu Shijiao received the presents Liu Jiwei had made for her. Not only was there a hat, but there was also a scarf and knitted gloves. The color of all of them was her favorite beige, easy to pair. She immediately wore them on, happiness showing on her face. Thanks sister, I love them. She even got Liu Jiwei to take a photo for her, then admired the photo of herself on her phone. It looks so good, it's all so suitable, my sister is awesome. At this moment, the doorbell rang. Wearing her hat and with her scarf wrapped around her neck, Liu Shijiao ran to open the door. I will get it. Liu Jiwei just felt like she was amusing. Liu Shijiao finally learned, she looked through the peephole first. Only to see a woman with a face mask standing outside. It was very familiar to the point that when she opened the door, she immediately called out, Sister Wan Ci. When Sang Wan Ci saw her, she paused for a moment then came back to her senses, handing her the white gift bag she had holding. Shijiao, happy birthday! Liu Shijiao widened her eyes in shock. She asked in disbelief, this is for me. Sang Wan Ci actually knew it was her birthday, and she even came over at midnight to give her a birthday gift. It's for you, Sang Wan Ci said calmly. I thought you were not around, so I plan to give it to your sister and ask her to pass it to you. Liu Shijiao's expression showed her amazement. Thank you, but can I really accept it? Sang Wansi nodded. You can. Liu Jiwei walked over, patting Liu Shijiao's waist. Accept it. It is Sister Wansi's sincerity. Liu Shijiao carefully took the gift, surprise on her face. Because of this, Liu Shijiao's impression of Sang Wansi improved. She turned back into the house, saying she would peel an apple for Sang Wansi. Liu Jiwei smiled helplessly, turning to look at her lover that she hadn't seen in a long time, her gaze immediately becoming gentle. She reached out her hand and Sang Wansi grasped it lightly. Closing the door, Sang Wansi stood there and said softly, I thought your sister was not around. Liu Jiwei took out the slippers for her. She was here the whole national break, but why did you come over? It is the Golden Autumn Awards the following day, Sister Zhang gave me today to rest. Sang Wansi looked at her steadily. I missed you a lot, so I came over once I ended work. But she didn't expect Liu Shijiao to be here too. It was a miscalculation. Afraid of being seen by Liu Shijiao, the two of them did not dare to be too intimate. Liu Jiwei could only hold onto her hand and kneaded softly, you have worked hard. Sang Wansi smiled, the exhaustion of the day disappearing. Have you eaten? I have eaten. You have not bathed yet, right? I'll get some pajamas for you. Okay. It was like they were a couple who had been living together for a long time. Liu Shijiao was still peeling the apple, not noticing their conversation. As she peeled, she thought of an important thing, Sang Wansi would stay the night. Visiting at this timing, how could she not stay over? But she had been using the spare bedroom the last few days and it was messy. How could a guest stay there without cleaning it up? So she immediately put down the apple and got up. Sister Wansi, hold on, you are a guest, you should take the spare bedroom, I will go clean it now, do not come in. Seeing her so obedient and with so much initiative, Liu Jiwei felt relieved that the kid had grown up. Sang Wansi furrowed her brows. So be it if the younger sister felt she should sleep in the spare bedroom. What was with the look of relief on the older sister's face? She thought she was a guest too. She had to help her girlfriend correct this viewpoint. Sang Wansi said, Jiwei, I am going to bathe, help me get some pajamas. Liu Jiwei did not think too much, nodding. When Sang Wansi had entered the bathroom, she turned to take the pajamas, delivering them to the door and knocking on it. Wansi, pajamas. The bathroom door opened. Sang Wansi was fully clothed, clearly not bathing yet. Liu Jiwei handed her the pajamas with a clear expression. Sang Wansi looked at the spare bedroom, then pulled her into the bathroom. She closed the door and locked it. Liu Jiwei blinked in confusion, about to speak when Sang Wansi's lips pressed against hers. A kiss that was urgent, filled with longing and anticipation. Sang Wansi wasn't satisfied with just her lips. A warm feeling lingered on Liu Jiwei's forehead, between her eyebrows, and on the tip of her reddened ear. Her eyes were filled with hazy desire, and a trace of shyness that she could not mention. Liu Shijiao was still outside, but they were in here. This was too embarrassing. Sang Wansi controlled her desire in time, pressing her forehead against Liu Jiwei's as she intertwined their fingers. Their breathing was erratic, entwined. Their eyes met, the love in their eyes burning. Then Liu Jiwei saw Sang Wansi tilt her head to the side, looking away. Her ear was bitten. Gently, without any pain. Sang Wansi even gave it a few licks, causing a sensitive feeling. Sang Wansi said in a low voice, Teacher Liu, I have something I need to correct. Lu Jiwei's eyes were filled with amusement. Okay, please go ahead, teacher Sang. I'm not a guest, Sang Wansi whispered beside her ear. I am yours. Chapter 76. I am yours. Those simple words made Lu Jiwei's ears start burning. She looked at Sang Wansi with love and helplessness in her eyes. Did God send this girlfriend to conquer her, or else how was she able to tease her so easily with every word and hold her firmly in the palm of her hand? Wansi, Lu Jiwei smoothed back Sang Wansi's hair, smiling. Did you learn how to flirt from someone outside, or why is your mouth becoming sweeter and sweeter? Sang Wansi grabbed her hand and brought it to her lips, kissing it, her voice serious. Nobody taught me, I just like Jiwei too much. Because she liked her too much, so everything came from the heart and was genuine. It was more like a child obstinately wanting to become the most important, most special existence in the heart of the person she loved. Lu Jiwei felt her heart melt immediately, leaving behind a sugary sweetness. God, how could there be such a cute and mesmerizing person on earth? This person was even her girlfriend. This was absolutely good fortune that she had accumulated from her past 8 lifetimes. She hugged Sang Wansi, wanting to express her feelings. Her rationality suddenly came back as she looked at the door. No can do, there was still a little friend at home, they had to be rational and show restraint. So she softened her voice and whispered in Sang Wansi's ears, my Wansi is not a guest, you are one of us. Sang Wansi's hand stayed on her lower waist, subconsciously caressing as she had a hint of pitifulness in her voice. Then you are still making me sleep in the guest bedroom. Lu Jiwei looked at her. Sang Wansi stared at her, your girlfriend wants to sleep with you. Then she drew closer to Lu Jiwei's ear and asked softly, can I, sister? Cupid's arrow immediately struck Lu Jiwei's heart. She wanted to shout, how did this kid know how to flirt so well? If this continued, she'd be dead. Sis. Before Sang Wansi could kill her, Lu Jiwei learned to offer up a kiss first to interrupt. She whined, okay, everything's okay, you're not allowed to call me anymore, I want to be able to take it. Sang Wansi smiled, her expression showing hints of happiness in getting her way. Then she suddenly asked, will you feel the same if someone else calls you sister? Lu Jiwei quickly explained, other people do not keep calling me like you do. Sang Wansi, I am the only one. Lu Jiwei, yes, you're the only one. Sang Wansi, then does Jiwei like it? Lu Jiwei looked down with a red face, shyly saying, like it. Sang Wansi's eyes filled with happiness as she kissed Lu Jiwei's forehead gently, as long as you like it. She did not care about other people, she only cared if Lu Jiwei liked her advances or not. She realized that aside from when she was working, she always wanted to coax her girlfriend and make her happy. She took her girlfriend as her everything, wanting to always be with her. But her Jiwei was too good, she could not want to always be with her. Lu Jiwei smiled helplessly and caressed her face, then go shower, I will tell Shijiao that she does not need to clean up. Lu Shijiao had brought a small suitcase along for the holiday, with her books and laptop as well. Her things were everywhere, the room was incredibly messy, or it wouldn't have taken her till now and still not be tidied up. Okay, go on. Here, pajamas. Thanks Ji Wei. Hearing that, Lu Jiwei turned and kissed her again. You are not allowed to say thank you, this is what teacher Sang said. Sang Wansi chuckled and returned the kiss. I was wrong, please forgive me, teacher Lu. Lu Jiwei booked her nose. You are forgiven. The door opened, then closed. Lu Jiwei's hand was still on the handle as she puffed up her cheeks, regulating her breathing. Then she patted her face. Her blush should have gone down, right? It should not be obvious, right? She ran to the small mirror in the living room and took a look. Very okay. She turned and opened the door to the guest bedroom. Jiao Jiao. What is up? Do not tidy up the room, your sister Wan Ci will sleep with me tonight. Lu Shijiao looked up. She scratched her head, Sister Wan Ci is a guest. Is that okay? Lu Jiwei smiled, Sister Wan Ci is not a guest, she is one of us. If she got called a guest again, she would punish Lu Jiwei again. She continued, let us just do that, you don't have to tidy up. It is tiring to tidy up anyway, just put the items however first. Oh. Lu Shijiao put her books back on the table. Since sister has said so, then she wouldn't tidy up. She picked up her phone, wanting to share with others the fact that Sang Wansi gave her a birthday present. That was Sang Wansi, the same Sang Wansi who could kill the entire universe with just her face. Even for someone who did not chase celebrities, they would be happy to receive a gift from such a good-looking superstar. Lu Mingming had slept early today so she could not speak to her. Thinking about it, there was only one person left. Lusi Jiao, Ying Xize. Lu Shijiao, Sister Wansi actually prepared a birthday present for me. Lu Shijiao, wow, I really didn't expect it, and she even sent it at midnight. Wow, awesome. Lu Shijiao, my sister also prepared presents for me, they look so good, hehe. After a few minutes, Ying Xize finally got the main point. Ying Xize, it is your birthday today Lu Shijiao. Is that the main point of my messages Ying Xize? Sorry sis, big brother did not know it's your birthday today. Ying Xize, tell me, what do you want? Big brother will get it for you. Lu Shijiao, I have never acknowledged you as my brother, please do not randomly create connections, thanks. Ying Xize, it is okay, my skin is thick, I acknowledge you as my Mimi. Lu Shijiao. Then your skin is really thick enough. Ying Xize, tell me, I am meeting your sister tomorrow anyway, I can ask her to help pass it to you. Tomorrow is not that the awards ceremony for the Golden Autumn Awards. Lu Shijiao immediately started scheming. Lu Shijiao, I want you to win the Best Male Actor award. Ying Xize, Lu Shijiao, when you win it, I will admit you are my GE, how about it Ying Xize? Lusi Jiao, jpg. Ying Xize, did you send a message? My reception is not good, I cannot see your message. Lu Shijiao, Ying Xize, my phone is about to die, I will go off first, bye. Lu Shijiao. Dog man. At 1:30 in the morning, Lu Jiwei chased Lu Shijiao to bed. Do not play with your phone and do not sleep too late, okay? Lu Shijiao immediately put down her phone and pulled the blanket to her neck. I got it. Call me if there's anything. You have to remember to knock before entering my room, don't just barge in. I got it, I got it. Good girl. Lu Jiwei finally closed the door. Once she left, Liu Shijiao immediately picked up her phone and continued playing. It was the holiday, how could she sleep early? Liu Jiwei turned and headed back to her own room. Sang Wanxi was standing by the window, looking at the moon. Hearing the door open, she put down the cup in her hand and turned to look at Liu Jiwei closing the door. The door gently closed. A pair of hands reached out from behind her, hugging Liu Jiwei's waist tightly, the familiar scent enveloping her again. Then, she watched as a hand with a small mole reached out slowly. Click, the door was locked. That way, there's no worry of her barging in. Sang Wanxi said. Liu Jiwei gently laughed. Sang Wanxi lowered her head, resting her head on Liu Jiwei's shoulder as she hugged her from behind, letting out a soft sigh. Liu Jiwei sensitively felt it, asking, "Tired from work?" Sang Wanxi's head gently nuzzled against her soft skin. As if it was an answer, but also as if she was being coquettish and showing her weakness. The light in Liu Jiwei's eyes turned gentle, a hint of distress showing. She lifted a hand and gently rubbed Sang Wanxi's head. "Let us sleep early." Liu Jiwei let her sleep on the inside, helping her pull the blanket up and patting her shoulders softly. "Good night." Sang Wanxi looked at her quietly, not shutting her eyes. She was tired, but she wasn't in a rush to sleep. She had not seen her girlfriend in a while, she wanted to take a good look. Liu Jiwei quickly started feeling shy. She reached out a hand and covered Sang Wanxi's eyes, shyly saying, "Sleep if you are tired, do not look." She watched as Sang Wanxi's pretty lips curved up. Then her hand got pulled down. Sang Wanxi pulled her into her arms, kissing her. She felt as if she was addicted to Liu Jiwei, as if it wasn't enough no matter how much she kissed her or got close to her. When their lips touched, all the desire was unable to continue being suppressed. They followed their natural instincts, followed their memory of pleasing each other and indulged between their lips. Kissing, nibbling, entanglement, all containing the longing from being parted for a while. They couldn't help but hold the other person tightly, wanting to stay in this moment forever. Their clothes rubbed against each other's, rustling. The upper half of Sang Wanxi's body was pressed on top of Liu Jiwei. She was wrapped around her tongue, wrapped around her finger, listening to her voice fall into her ears. There was a hint of restraint there, as if afraid she would be heard. The clingy Sang Wanxi finally let Liu Jiwei go after kissing her enough, looking into her eyes. Liu Jiwei's gaze drifted over Sang Wanxi's face. Over her gentle eyebrows, stopping shortly on the reddened lips before moving back up towards her eyes. Liu Jiwei's voice was soft, suppressed and a little raspy. "The sound isolation is not good, I am scared we will be heard." Dating in secret was always so nerve-wracking. Even if Liu Shijiao was asleep, her shyness would take over her brain, making her heart race faster in fear of being found out. Sang Wanxi's eyes suddenly shone in amusement. She lay back down, not letting go of her lover's hand. "Let us go to my house next time." Liu Jiwei looked at her with bright eyes. Sang Wanxi said seriously, "My house has pretty good sound isolation." Liu Jiwei. Sang Wanxi continued, "And I live alone." It was very suitable for dating and enjoying their own time together. Liu Jiwei chuckled, "Ah, so that's the case. Then I will definitely have to go to our teacher Sang's house next time to take a look." Sang Wanxi added on, "You have to spend the new year with me too." Liu Jiwei smiled, "That's right, I have to accompany teacher Sang over the new year." Jiwei. "Let us spend the new year together every year," Sang Wanxi said. "Always together, never to part." We will not part. Liu Jiwei held her hand tightly, looking at her with smiley eyes. Such a good person like you, I won't let you go once I have caught you. Sang Wansi chuckled and pulled her into her arms, asking after a moment, Jiwei, are you looking forward to tomorrow's Golden Autumn Awards? I am looking forward, Liu Jiwei answered naturally. My girlfriend is going to get the Best Actress award, of course I'm looking forward to it. Sang Wansi smiled, only looking forward to that. Liu Jiwei looked up, what else is there? Sang Wansi I kissed her forehead, think again, Jiwei. Liu Jiwei, the Best Supporting Actress award I do not have any hopes for it, I am very happy just to be nominated. Sang Wansi knew that she was a natural optimist, not forcing or having high expectations for herself, thus being able to live easier. She was trying to learn from her girlfriend's attitude now too, not forcing herself. But she was not referring to that. She kissed Liu Jiwei's forehead again, think again, Jiwei. Liu Jiwei really couldn't think of anything, looking at her, what is it? Sang Wansi asked gently, do you know who the host is this time? I know, Liu Jiwei answered obediently. Teacher Ji Feng and Teacher Li Ping, what about it? Sang Wansi furrowed her eyebrows in confusion, has not your manager received the news or hasn't she told you? Liu Jiwei's interest had been piqued, what is it, what is it, you are making me so curious. What important matter is it but Xiao Yao hasn't called me tonight at all? She had already agreed with Xiao Yao that important matters would be handled with a call, if it was not so important then just send a text. Sang Wansi did not rush, then maybe you have not seen her text tonight yet. Liu Jiwei immediately grabbed her face, Miss Sang, can you look at your own charm? With you around, your girlfriend's attention will not be able to be on her phone, okay so tell me what happened, I want to know. Sang Wansi was coaxed by her words, saying slowly, Teacher Li Ping had something come up and can't make it, so an industry senior will be taking over. Liu Jiwei blinked, who? Sang Wansi encouraged her, guess, Jiwei. Liu Jiwei randomly said a name. Teacher Meng. Sang Wansi's eyes curved in a smile. Yes, it is her. Liu Jiwei's eyes immediately opened wide as she sat up, her voice raising an octave, who? Sang Wansi sat up as well, responding, Meng Lianyu, the Meng Lianyu you like. Liu Jiwei's eyes got even wider, disbelief on her face. Meng Lianyu was going to be the host for the Golden Autumn Awards. God, she couldn't be dreaming right. She looked left and right, realizing the only way to find out if she was dreaming was to pinch herself. Seeing it, Sang Wansi held out her hand, pinch me, you are afraid of pain. How could Liu Jiwei bear to pinch her delicate girlfriend? So she got out of bed and knocked on the door of the guest bedroom. Liu Shijiao almost dropped her phone out of shock when the door was knocked. She thought her sister was here to check on her, so she quickly stuffed the phone under her pillow and went to open the door. What is it, sis? Liu Jiwei urged her, Jiao, let me pinch you to see if I am dreaming or not. Hearing it, Liu Shijiao was confused but stuck out her hand obediently since she knew her sister was afraid of pain. Liu Jiwei agitatedly pinched her. Liu Shijiao's face scrunched up in pain as she called out. Liu Jiwei immediately let go, rubbing the spot she had pinched, her shock and happiness unable to be concealed on her face. It is real. It was not a dream. She was going to see Meng Lianyu. It is awesome, Jiao. She hugged her sister, rubbing her head roughly, then ran back into her room. Liu Shijiao held onto her arm, standing there with a face of confusion. What had happened? why was my sister so happy in the middle of the night? She looked at her arm, then at the door of the master bedroom, shocked. Wait, was not there still a Sangwon Si inside? Did not you say she was one of us, then why did not you pinch her instead of me? Sister, do you not love me anymore? But thinking about it, she calmed down. Sangwon Si was a big star and in a big company, she could not be randomly pinched or they wouldn't be able to pay the compensation if anything happened. Her sister and her were both poor, so Lu Jiwei had better pinch her instead. Lu Jiwei hugged Sangwon Si, her happiness unable to be suppressed. Although there might not be a chance to speak to Meng Lianyu, but she was already very happy to be able to see her from afar and attend the same ceremony as her idol. But Sangwon Si could make her even happier. Once the ceremony is over, I will bring you to meet her. Lu Jiwei's eyes showed her astonishment, suddenly wondering if she had misheard. Really? Sangwon Si nodded, really? Lu Jiwei was suddenly so agitated she could not speak, not even considering why Sangwon Si would be able to bring her to meet Meng Lianyu. Okay, meet. Quick, let us sleep Wan Si, this way, time will pass by faster. Sangwon Si could not help but laugh. The last time she had seen her like this, it had been when they both confessed. So cute, how was she always so cute? Sangwon Si lay next to her as she thought. They both said good night, then turned off the lights. The room was suddenly silent. Sangwon Si closed her eyes, enjoying the feeling of having Lu Jiwei by her side. After half an hour, she heard a rustle come from beside her. The next second, Lu Jiwei's voice landed in her ear. Wan Si, I cannot sleep. Thinking about being able to see her idol soon, her brain couldn't contain anything else, repeatedly playing back this information on loop. This overactive brain urgently needed to be calmed down. Sangwon Si understood, so she moved closer and said in a low voice, then let us settle the score. Clearly, you like both me and Teacher Meng, but why are you only agitated when you see her, but never agitated when you saw me in the past? She was caught off guard. She calmed down. If she did not sleep now, then when I'm sleepy, I will sleep first. Good night. Sangwon Si laughed as she pulled Lu Jiwei into her arms. Good night. Silly girl. Lu Shijiao had returned to school. In the blink of an eye, the Golden Autumn Awards on the 8th of October arrived. As the afternoon was transitioning to evening, Lu Jiwei and Sangwon Si took their manager's cars to get ready. On the way, Sangwon Si received a text from Meng Lianyu. Teacher, come on Wan, you must win the Best Actress award. Teacher, I agreed to host it not just to help a friend, but also to personally give my niece an award. Meng Lianyu was not just a host, she was also an award presenter, responsible for the Best Actress award, Best Director award, Best Newcomer award and others. Sangwon Si, what if I cannot win it this time? Teacher, then next time. Teacher, there are award ceremonies every year, not just this one, do not pressure yourself. Sangwon Si wanted this award too. This was not only an affirmation to an actor, but it was validation she could show to her father. But fate loves to play with people, the more you wanted something, the more you could not get it. So just like Lu Jiwei and her aunt, it would be best to approach it with a calm heart. If this year was not possible, there was always next year. Thinking of Lu Jiwei, she asked, Auntie, who's responsible for presenting the Best Supporting Actress award? Teacher, Ji Feng. Looking at those two words, Sangwon Si sunk into deep thought. After a while, she typed a few words out. Lu Jiwei's mood had been exceedingly good ever since she got in the car, all the way until she had finished getting ready. Those who weren't in the know would assume she was the recipient of the Golden Autumn Awards Best Actress Award. As her manager, Wen Yao naturally knew why she was so happy. She had just told her the day before that the host had been changed to Meng Lianyu, and the next day, her phone had exploded with all the messages. There was just one way to describe it: agitated. But Wen Yao couldn't help but remind her, "Sister Jiwei, we might not have the chance to speak to Teacher Meng." She had been a bit worried that after Lu Jiwei realized there might not be a chance to speak to her idol, she would be disappointed. "There will be a chance, there will be a chance." Lu Jiwei stood in front of the mirror, her eyes curved into crescents. "Wan Si said she will bring me to meet Teacher Meng." Hearing that, Wen Yao was surprised. She knows Meng Lianyu. Lu Jiwei put on an earring, maybe. Wen Yao was curious. "You do not know either?" Lu Jiwei put on the other earring. I was too happy, I forgot to ask." With Sang Wan Si's current status, it wasn't a difficult thing to make the acquaintance of a few industry seniors. Besides, her Wan Si was so good-looking and cute, it was very normal for seniors to like her and be willing to be friends with her. But this was a little too much. She clearly knew that her girlfriend liked Meng Lianyu, but she didn't tell her girlfriend that she knew Meng Lianyu. But seeing that she was going to bring her to meet Meng Lianyu, she would forgive Sang Wan Si. Lu Jiwei's mood was as radiant as the sun. She turned to ask Wen Yao, "Does it look good?" She had curled the ends of her hair today, wearing a deep purple evening gown. The waist of the dress was cinched, showing off her slender body. The hem of the gown was like water, flowing gracefully and beautifully. The cool, elegant color matched her pale skin. She looked mature, stable and elegant. Wen Yao nodded, "Looks good." Then she pulled out her phone. "I will take a photo for you to post to Weibo." Sang Wan Si and the rest have all posted theirs. Hearing that Sang Wan Si had posted a photo, Lu Jiwei immediately took out her phone and opened Weibo. She had posted one. The person in the photo was sitting on a black sofa, wearing an eye-catching red gown. Her hair had been brought to one side, gently sitting on her shoulder, looking fluffy and lush. She was bending over slightly, reaching out a hand to fasten the strap on her black high heels. Her expression was calm with a hint of laziness. There was no extraneous expression, and she didn't even look at the camera. From the angle, it was Xiao Chu sneakily taking a photo. Because Zhang Xianrui was standing next to Sang Wan Si and talking to her. Even Sang Wan Si's caption was listening to Sister Zhang. But this photo was so good-looking, as if God had casually drawn the perfect last stroke on a painting. Lu Jiwei saved the photo. She was even a bit touched. Whether it was on camera or in a photo, her girlfriend was flawless. She was so lucky to be her girlfriend. At 8 p.m., the Golden Autumn Awards ceremony officially started. Lu Jiwei sat in her own seat, slowly calming down her breathing. She pressed a hand to her chest, her heart was beating rapidly. Because it was the first time she was sitting here. And because of Meng Lianyu. 5 minutes later, amidst music, the two hosts walked onto the stage from behind the curtains. Lu Jiwei's gaze could not help but follow one person. She looked at the white gown the person was wearing, her appearance beautiful and glamorous. She listened as the person stood on stage, using a clear voice to introduce herself. "Hello everybody, I am today's host, Meng Lianyu." As the words landed, Lu Jiwei's eyes started heating up. From a child who knew nothing, to an adult now. "Teacher Meng, your little fan can now finally see you with her own eyes."